Hello boys and girls, it's Aunty Mimmi here. Today we're going to be reading more stories from the Rosie and Jim 51-minute stories. Sounds fun, doesn't it? If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Sit back, get comfortable and let's begin. A quiet place. One cold day, Rosie and Jim were on the good boat Ragdoll when they heard such a noise. Jet planes flew across the sky. Lorries rumbled along the streets. Cars hooted their horns. People played loud radios on their boats. What a horrid, noisy place, said Jim. What shall we do? Said Rosie. Send Duck, said Jim, for the hermit of Brendon Hill. The old man came down from the hill to see what was the matter. Can you magic the noise away? Said Jim. I'll see what I can do, said the hermit. He went into the town to see what it was like. When he heard the cars and the lorries and the buses, he pulled a face and muttered a spell. All the noises disappeared, but without their noises, the cars and buses and lorries couldn't go. They were stuck still on the spot. Oh, what a kerfuffle there was. Children couldn't go to school, their mums couldn't go to the shops, boats couldn't go along the river. The whole town came to a stop. People began to argue and shout and fight. It was worse than ever. The hermit said another spell to put the noise back again. You'll just have to put up with it, he said, but there's a quiet place over there. He pointed at the church. That's the place for us, said Jim. They went into the church. It's lovely and quiet in here, said Jim. It makes me feel all smooth inside, said Rosie. There are pictures in the windows, said Jim. Lovely, said Rosie. But when they came out again, the town was as noisy as ever. We'll have to grow flaps on our ears, said Rosie. The Man in the Wind. One windy day, Rosie and Jim saw a big, whizzy thing far across the fields. There's a giant waving to us, said Rosie. Let's go and see, said Jim. It wasn't a giant, it was a windmill with great sails whizzing round and round. There was a man in it. The Man in the Wind, said Rosie. The Man in the Wind gave them a bag of flour. Mix it with water, he said, and make anything you like. They made a little house with chairs and tables. The house began to grow until it was so big that Rosie and Jim could go into the house and sit at the table. Let's have a party, said Jim. Lots of friends came. There were cows and sheep and hens, a horse, 2 ducks, a dog and a cat. They were all hungry. What shall we eat? Said Jim. Noggin, said Rosie. There's nothing in the cupboard. The cows ate the walls. The sheep ate the chairs. The cat ate the chimney. It's all bread, Noggin, said Rosie. Soon there was only a pile of crumbs for the little birds that flew down. That's the end of our magical house, Fizzpot, said Rosie. Rosie and Jim went home to their boat. That was made of steel. No one could eat that. The Junk Serpent. One cold day, Rosie and Jim were going along the canal in their boat when their engine went puff, grug, cluttery cluck, and it just stopped. We're stuck, said Rosie. The water went bubble, wubble, bubble, and a great huge, enormous, gigantic thing came out at them. "Help!" shouted Rosie. "Who are you?" said Jim, picking up a rolled-up newspaper. "I'm the junk serpent," shouted the thing. "I've bitten your boat, and now I want my dinner." The junk serpent swallowed the rag doll. "How are we going to get out?" said Jim. "Give it the good rubbish," said Rosie, "and be quick about it before it chews us up." So Jim shouted, "Let us out and we'll give you lots of good rubbish to eat." The junk serpent spat out the rag doll again. They fed it bags of the best rubbish. It crunched on empty bottles, it chewed the newspapers, it swallowed the cans. They fed it every day. The junk serpent was happy now. When it laid its eggs, they hatched out into new paper to make nice new books, new bottles for the milkman, and new cans for Rosie and Jim to have a cool drink on a hot day. Well, they were fun little stories today, weren't they, boys and girls? I do hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. As always, I want you to be kind to one another, look after one another, and try and have some fun every single day. Until next time, bye-bye.